So, people of God, I was heading home, but I see these people right here, like they got a blowout and it's so cold. So, but the way they looking, I can tell they need help. And I think this right here will do the trick. Hey! I need some help. This, you already loosened it? Yeah, the spare tire.
Nah, that's the problem.
You should be able to loosen it from the back, right? Come right here. Let me see. A key goes in there. Yep. Let me see. Anybody have a Chevy Suburban? And you ever have a flat tire when you pop that cover off? The key unlocks it, and you gotta pull this out. This whole thing. This is the security mechanism, so nobody can't steal your flat tire. So that's why they weren't able to screw the tire out. So people know that follow me. You're welcome. So now the tire coming down. You probably gotta jack it up just. You probably gotta jack it up just a little bit more. Oh, what kind of, and then y'all need to get another tire to go over there before you get to Tennessee. That way, if you have another blowout, you got a second tire, you know? You don't want to go across that road and not have a tire. Alright, this the size right there. So, I saw y'all, so I got to stop by my people. And it's cold too. See, people of God, this right here is a bottle jack. It's good to keep one of these. It can pretty much lift anything 20 tons or less. It's very strong. Okay, see this bottle jack? This will work. See that right there? That frame? Y'all got family over there? Huh? Your son? Yeah. Oh, my condolences.
We went over there to see her.
Okay. Alright. And see that bottle jack? That's gonna jack it up for you right there. It is cold out here. It is cold out here. Now, old Sojourner, glad to be home, baby. Glad to be home and kick back. And where's warm at? Y'all better make sure if you traveling, have everything you need. If you got a vehicle and you never had a blowout or you never had to change a tire or something like that, if you got a spare tire that's connected, you need to practice. Go ahead and run a little scenario of how to loosen that tire and get that tire down, because this family, they had what they needed, except that the jack that they had, the jack that they had, you saw where it was bending the axle. He had it in the wrong spot, but then it took them so long to get that thing wind up, and it didn't help the fact that it was so cold. You know, with that wind, even my hands were so frozen. You know, so thank God that I was able to set up my stuff, and then they went ahead and got that thing changed like nothing. But their spare tire, the guy's son was trying to get it out for the longest, and they was just sitting there like they was calling somebody to try to come and help them, but it had a lock. They didn't know they had the key to fit it, and they tried to turn it, but it wouldn't come out. And so after looking at it, I was like, this is like a theft. Like where their spare tire is a theft lock. to access where you would wind it down so no one could steal it. But they didn't know you just had to put a little force behind it, and when you turn the key, pull that whole lock off. So if anybody has a Chevy, I think he said that was a Tahoe, a Chevy Tahoe. So if anybody has a Chevy Tahoe, now you know. Now you know, baby. That's what you got to do if you ever have to change a tire or something like that. That's what you will have to do, and it's good to go ahead and get familiar with that. You know, if you never change a tire before, if you never change a tire, and then all they had was the regular jack, you know, the regular lug wrench, the manual lug wrench. And in that type of weather, those ladies was cold. You know, that weather was so cold. My face was cold. My hands was cold. My hands got numb twice today. When I got home, I had to go out and, you know, give my chicken some more food, because they are getting fat, baby. They eat, they kind of stay warm, and more water. But my hands got numb on me twice a day from the cold. So I got to having those little hand warmers are very good as well. If you don't have hand warmers are very good. But also having an impact wrench, like what I let them use, that manual impact wrench, it was able to shoot them lug nuts off and shoot them back on like nothing, you know. So they were very grateful. It was by the grace of God that I was able to come through there. And they said that they are heading to Tennessee. They heading to Tennessee, baby. And when they get to Tennessee, it gonna be even colder than what it is. And when I left them, I stopped by the gas station to refuel, and the wind was blowing so much, it was blowing the top of the awning, the entire roof, the metal poles that's over the gas station. That entire thing was shaking. I was so nervous. I was like, let me hurry up and get from under here. I was like, ah! And then this couple, they pulled up. They were laughing at me. This husband and wife, they're from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. But they told me their truck was covered in like snow dust, I guess that's what you call it. And they was like, whoo, they was like, we're so glad to be back home. They said, we just left Tennessee. So they just came from where that family is actually going. They said they were in Nashville, they were in Cherokee, and they said it was cold. It was, I think he said it was negative. He said it was negative in the negative zero, something like that. He said it was very, very cold. So people of God, prepare yourself. Don't take it lightly. It's cold. Even though we don't have a long winter, we've got a whole month, January and February. We got to get through January and February. Once we get through February, we good. On this side of town, I don't know how it is in some of the other states, but we'll be good down here in the South, baby, once we get through February. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. Get familiar with your stuff. If you got to travel, make sure you have everything you need. God forbid that anything happens to you on the road. But if anything does happen, you want to be able to, you know, make a quick pit stop and have everything you need to get yourself back up and going, you know. So that's all I wanted to share. I was glad to be home. When I was out there in that wind and all that cold wind all over my face. Oh, Lord, have mercy. I thank you for the roof over my head. I thank you for heat, God. I was glad to be home. When I pulled up in the driveway and I seen my house, oh, I was so thankful. Bye, y'all.